everybody, it's Kyrie from BodyCandy here. So on today's episode of the tea, we'll be speaking about what is an orbital piercing. What are they? There's a bit of confusion online about this. So before we get into that, remember to like, comment and subscribe to BodyCandy, especially if you enjoy these videos. Make sure you're kept up to date. So let's go. What is an orbital piercing? A trend has emerged in the piercing world, the orbital piercing, but I keep saying this word, but what does it mean? This incredibly striking piercing has brought with it not only a new look, but also some confusion about what it actually is. So today let's take a moment to discuss the orbital piercing and also define exactly what one is. So an orbital piercing is any multi-point piercing that is connected by circular jewellery. Think of the most common multi-point piercing, the industrial, and then replace the straight barbell with a circular ring. Like that, but without going all the way across your ear. The ear, specifically the helix, is the most common location for an orbital, but you can kind of place one anywhere that you have space for it. What it isn't, and this is what's getting confused online, the orbital piercing is not a conch piercing with a ring in it. That is sometimes referred to as an orbital conch, but it is not the same thing as an orbital piercing, as it only involves one singular point. So, the types. A pair of piercings with a single ring connecting them is a single orbital. This is the most common one. Two orbitals on the same ear are called a double orbital. This is most commonly seen with two crisscrossing orbitals, creating an X shape. This is also sometimes called a suture piercing. However, the double orbital can be anywhere, so as long as both orbitals are in the same piece of anatomy. It's a double orbital. A triple orbital sounds like it would be three orbitals on one ear, but it's actually three piercings connected by one piece of jewellery. This is a pretty advanced piercing, however, and requires that you have the proper anatomy in order to be able to connect all three piercings. So how do you actually achieve this? So there's two ways you can get this look. You can either connect two already existing fully healed piercings with a single ring. You can get one or more piercings with the express intent of turning them into an orbital. Like an industrial, you do not get pierced with the final jewellery. You'll have to get pierced with the standard style of jewellery. With most piercings, that is a flat back labrae, and then insert the ring when the piercing or piercings have completely healed. Make sure you tell your piercer that you intend to turn it into an orbital, and they can make sure that the placement is completely appropriate for you being able to do that. Next question is, what jewellery do you wear in these? So any circular jewellery can be worn in an orbital piercing. This includes captive rings, rings with a fixed bead, or a charm that fits between prongs of an otherwise open ring. This also includes segment rings, which feature a non-removable hinge segment that opens and closes. You can even wear a hinge clicker style ring, so long as the barbell portion is curved and not straight. Stainless steel, gold, titanium are all options, but it just depends on your budget and sensitivities as well. Arguably the most important part, risks. The risks of getting an orbital piercing or creating one from existing piercing are the same as any other piercing. Fresh piercings run the risk of infection, as well as keloids, scarring. Existing piercings run the risk of migration or rejection, especially if the jewellery is not appropriately sized. If you want to rock one of these beauties, then let a piercer help you out and select appropriately sized jewellery to avoid all these issues. So thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope this helped. Once again, remember to leave a like and a comment if you found this helpful, and subscribe to BodyCandy to see more. I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye.